Good morning. This is Coach Rowe here at our Manza Upper Elementary garden, and today we are filming a video on one thing that many gardeners, farmers deal with. The challenges of climate is one thing, but the challenges of the pests and other friends, little friends, or sometimes big friends can come to your garden and create a lot of damage. So let's leave it to Mr. Jones, Ty, here to let us know what we're going to be covering and things that you can look out for.
Good morning. My name is Ty Jones, the Mississippi State University Extension Service, and Coach Rowe has had some issues with rodents, and we were going to take this opportunity to show you how to send in email pictures and information of weeds, damage, disease, things of that nature, and how we can help identify and control those with you. And so today I've come out to the garden with Coach Rowe, and we're going to talk about some rodent damage he has, and I'll use that as a way to show you how we take pictures and what you can do to help us help you. So you'll come right here, Coach Rowe, we'll look at what we've got going on. And as you can see in his beans, he's had some issues, and so one of the things that we will need is a picture like we started of a distance and how the entire garden and area is set up. We need to know, is this the outside, the inside, is the outside perimeter? We need to know some history. And then once you get ready to send pictures in, I typically use a 6-inch forensic ruler. I've ordered some of these. But the main thing is we need a size reference. It doesn't have to be a ruler, but anything that, a quarter, business card, they'll have your information and it's 3.5 inches long. So what I typically do is I'll put this next to the damage after I've gotten my distance pictures and come in close. Then I can share this with myself or a specialist. You take a picture, and in this particular problem, what we're looking at is some rodent issues, and we can tell that by the way these are chewed off. Ruminants such as deer does not have top teeth, and they kind of tear away as they chew off, where rodents will kind of come at a sharp shear angle with top and bottom teeth, and we can look at some of this damage and tell that, along with, he's got exclusion for deer and larger animals such as that, and so this is one way we can do that. I also, if we were looking at insect damage or even disease, I'll use a small magnifying glass and my cell phone, and I'll have some pictures that we'll share with you in a moment that from previous engagements. But you can use this magnifying glass with your cell phone, get up close and really get a good image of both the ruler and the insect or whatever possible disease you think you might have.
And Ty, if one had a small garden at home and wanted to have a better understanding of either is a pest, either it's a deer, or if it's a bug that's on the plant, where should they email that to?
You can email those to me at t.jones@msstate.edu. And like I said, if I can identify it, I have several access to many specialists who can, and I can send it, and we can come up with what the problem is or identify what you have.
Fantastic. The more information, the better. The more information, the better.
Exactly. A lot of times it's almost a long interview trying to get all the information, and finally, after several minutes, you pick up on something that the client says that, oh yeah, we needed to know that earlier in the conversation, and it really helps.
And for instance, in our garden, we put a lot of effort, energy, love into it, and it's very disappointing when you see something that you're expecting it to harvest and you're excited about it, and all of a sudden you see a pest taking over. So it's getting the support and knowledge is important.
Yes, and tracks. You can measure those as well, and send pictures of tracks in if you have tracks. My personal raised beds, I have sand in between stepping stones, and I use that sand as a track trap to kind of, in addition to trail cameras or looking at the foliage that might be missing, I'll look in that sand and identify tracks and what kind of issues I'm having. So in this picture, I was identifying little barley in a field for a producer. And as you can see, I measured or had a size reference as well as mostly the entire plant, but singling out that plant. And in this next picture, seed heads are extremely helpful. And so I zoomed in, like I said earlier, with more detail and a close-up and the size reference of the seed head. In this next picture, pertaining to insects, this is a use of just a simple cell phone, magnifying glass, and a ruler. And this common housefly, we now have details about the insect as well as the size reference.
When it comes to Pest, I know that you can go to big box stores or online and find a lot of remedies, and in essence, some of these remedies are poison. Do you recommend using poison in a garden bed?
There are certain, I'm going to say, chemical substances that are approved, and that's something that the university is big proponent of, is research-based information. So you can go to our website, extension.msstate.edu, and find things that are approved, or some organic type remedies.
Yeah, it's critical because, again, if you're growing fruits and vegetables that several of those vegetables you eat the skin, you want to make sure that what you're putting inside that bed is something that you will know it's something that you know that it doesn't do any harm to you or to your loved ones.
Exactly. I know a lot of people probably get tired of the answer, but it's always read the label in addition to what anyone tells you. There's so many labels and so many pages to those labels, it's hard for any individual to know off the top of their head the labels.
Fantastic. I really think that, I personally have gone through the Extension website and I've gone through their search engine, and it's a wealth of knowledge. I highly encourage everyone to go in, from how to build a garden bed to how to design a compost bin, greenhouse, and what to plant based on the season. So go to the Extension office, find information. In the bottom of this video, you'll see Ty Jones's email, and you can reach out to Mr. Jones there. All right, thank you so much. Another day at the Manza Upper Elementary Garden.